Welcome to Village in Motion. It is Monday, October the 9th. It is Columbus Day. I'm Clint Lambert. I'm the host today. It's my pleasure to have with us this morning Chandra, who is our executive director, and we're going to be doing our monthly call-in show with Chandra. So get your phones handy so you can call in. But first, we're going to talk with John, who is a front desk of Village Square, and he is our October Shining Star. Is that right, Chandra?
It is.
Very good. We're so glad to have both of you with us.
Thank you.
And tell us about the Shining Star, if you would.
So the Shining Star is a recognition program that we have here at Green Spring. And to me, it really exemplifies what our staff does on a daily basis. It gives the opportunity for residents and other staff and even visitors to acknowledge when an employee goes above and beyond. And, you know, John has been with us since 2001. Mm-hmm. Is that correct? He's been here, you know, a long time, and is so well revered within the community. And for him to be the October winner of the Shining Star, I know that's just 1 month out of the year, but he's been doing it, you know, for the past 16 and a half years. So the Shining Star, as I said, gives the opportunity to acknowledge all of the wonderful things that the staff does. And we also get to have their pictures in the lobby areas.
Yes.
And so, you know, we get to, everybody gets to know who the winner is.
Yes.
So John was nominated by multiple people because, you know, in John's fashion of doing wonderful things on a daily basis. I just have a little brief synopsis of some of the things that you do. And I know there's so many that have not gone on paper that we don't even know about, but we know that you do it on a daily basis. So, you know, so John has the ability to make people feel welcomed. He's always caring, helpful. This is from one of the residents. They received several packages, and one was very heavy. And he went above and beyond. He went and brought it to their door, let them know that it was outside of the apartment. Wow. You know, generally the residents will come and pick up their own items, but clearly he knew that this was going to be a struggle for somebody to take. In another instance, John was waiting at Woodland Sky's dining room, and somebody asked him, you know, what are you doing? And he said, you know, I have a couple of residents who aren't able to make it down to the dining room to pick up their food. And so he was willing to pick it up after his shift and take it up to their apartments. You know, this, as I said, this is just one of the stories, or two of the stories, but there are multiple instances that John, I know, is always there helping residents and staff. And he really exemplifies a shining star here at Green Spring. And so, you know, you may be just for October, but you really are 365 days a year that you're here with us. Yeah. You know, it is my pleasure to be able to give you. This is a gift card for you to enjoy.
Don't spend it all in one place.
And then this is a letter that will be going into your file, and I also have one copy, so this will be your copy. But you also get the Shining Star certificate that I'll hand that to you also. And I just have to get one more signature on it. So, but you know, just thank you for all you do. I mean, I know I come into the clubhouse and you're always there. You're the beacon of light. You know what's going on. You have everybody's pulse on where things are happening, and so we appreciate all you do here at Green Spring for the residents and for your team.
Well, thank you.
And you know, the nice thing from my part is, from a resident standpoint, you're always good morning to everyone, and you truly are a shining star in regards to that. And I just like to say thank you for always saying hello and for always helping people the way that you do. And everyone knows if we call you, we're going to get an answer in regards to what we need to do and where we need to go. And so thank you very much, and keep on shining, okay?
Well, thank you. I would just like to say that I really do appreciate this, but I think the person who really should get appreciation is whoever wrote this up, because it's not someone who's just checking a bar to say they did it. They got to put in some justification for why they thought I did it. So it took some thought. Yes. So I would like to thank them.
That's very nice.
Very nice.
But I would agree with you. It took some effort on the resident part, but it also took a lot of effort on your part to leave your station and go do the things for the residents that you do. And you do it all the time. It's wonderful.
Thank you.
Yeah, regards to it. Chandra, anything else about Shining Star? Everybody can nominate, right? And
Everyone can nominate, absolutely. So as I said, it can be residents, it can be staff, it can be visitors. The forms are available at the front desks.
Okay.
We encourage people. It's wonderful to be able to get multiple nominations for,
Yes.
John wins, but we had quite a few staff members that were nominated all through the campus, for different things that people have done. But it also gives us a chance to hear about those stories when sometimes you don't always get to know.
Right.
So we encourage people to do that. And if you have a positive experience, please share it.
Yes.
I think it does a lot for the staff feeling appreciated and that somebody's noticed. And like John is so modest, not everybody wants to be in the limelight,
Right.
but the appreciation is always nice
Exactly.
to hear.
Well, John Baines, I tell you, you have certainly earned the Shining Star for the month, and keep it up, okay?
Thank you.
But folks, don't go away. We were going to be right back with a roll in here on the the Garden Ridge Crab Fest here at Green Spring. But stay tuned. Welcome back to Village in Motion. It is Monday, October the 9th, and I'm Clint Lambert, the host today. And for this segment of our show today, we have the call-in, where you have the opportunity as residents to call in and talk with Chandra, ask the questions that you've been wanting answers to, and Chandra's prepared to answer all of them, she told me, okay? So give us a call here at Channel 6. The number's on your screen, 703-663-3333. Again, 703-663-3333. Let's hear those phones ringing, okay? Give some calls. Chandra, as we're waiting for a call, what kinds of things have really excited you? You've been here now for, what, a year and a half?
Yes, sir.
Basically. What have you found exciting about being here?
There's always so many different things happening in the sense of you talk about projects and that's excitement for me because even seeing the new crane go up behind Garden Ridge,
Yes.
you drive up and you see this building being constructed and,
Right.
and a lot of times in any roles that I've had, I've not always had that opportunity to be part of something so new.
Yes.
You're usually going to work as an executive director, as an administrator in an established building. So
Right.
it's just been a lot of excitement for me to see what's coming in the sense of the new parking deck, repositioning for town center. So those have been really exciting opportunities.
Well, one of the other things that's happened recently, and I don't know if it's been exciting for you or not, but it certainly has been something we've had in anticipation as residents, is the new kitchen in Fireside Dining Room.
Yes.
And we're hoping that gets completed soon. In the not too distant future.
Yes, not too distant future. And, seeing just the difference that in the areas that have already been completed and how well lit it is and how it's going to be a much more functionally appropriately set up place for the staff.
I'm gonna stop you for a second. Okay, we got a call.
Oh,
Okay.
wow, all right.
Caller, you're on Channel 6. So and what is your question today?
Okay, my question is, well, I have to turn this thing off.
There you go.
My question is, I'm still getting feedback. My question is, picking up the trash, what time do we put our trash out at night? The handbook says 7, and other publicity I've seen says 8. So I'd like to get an answer on that. Thank you.
The question is what time in the evening should you put your trash out to have it picked up the next morning? And Chandra, the answer to that is?
Any time before the morning is fine. Later is better. After 8 is better.
Okay. So after 8 o'clock in the evening.
Yes.
So that's when the people need to be putting it out. Anytime thereafter, before that, and 7 o'clock in the morning, right? 6
Right.
o'clock, 6
Exactly.
o'clock in the morning.
So they come by in the morning, pick it up. But I mean, if you have some situation where you need to put it out before 8, at 7, then that would be a situation that maybe you need to do it once in a while.
Yeah, okay.
But otherwise, I think they're just picking it up in the morning, so it's okay, however late you choose to put it out.
Okay, all right, very good. Okay, folks, again, you have some calls, 703-866, 663. Oh, I've lost my mic here, and where did it go?
Oh, it's right there.
Okay, sorry about that, my mic dropped off. Give us a call here at 703-663-3333. Waiting your calls to ask Chandra whatever question you may have, okay? So anytime after 8 o'clock, put it out, have it picked up in the morning, okay,
Right.
in regards to that.
Absolutely.
Okay? And we're talking about the dining room, the new kitchen at Fireside, and so that is forthcoming.
It is. So we will be sending out notification about phase 2.
Okay.
And the phase 2 will be where we will be cooking the items in the Jefferson and transporting because the kitchen will be closed.
Oh, okay.
And transporting meals. Meal service will still continue, but in a different format than it is right now.
Okay.
The team has done a really nice job of staying, on top of things and making sure that they're still creating that meal and that experience in a very, very small space they're working in there. I think if you saw in the Villager, I had put some pictures of how tight that space
exactly.
is. And so they've really been doing a great job, and the residents, everybody has been so understanding, so we appreciate that.
Well, we're going to ask them to be understanding for 1 second again.
Sure.
We have
I'm so
another phone
excited.
call.
I'm getting
We have another phone
calls.
call this morning. Okay. And caller, welcome to Channel 6. And what is your question today?
Chandra, when maybe it was last month, there was a shining star for Craig and Robert Johnson because they helped a lady with a snake in her apartment. And then we never saw Robert Johnson. They both got shining stars because it was an unusual situation. And Robert Johnson, we haven't seen since. Now, he has a lot of good background from the service and all, and he may have gone on to better things. However, he may have died. People who love these security people and they just disappear, it would be nice for us to know that so-and-so has accepted a job somewhere else. I know you'll miss him. Just some in the Villager or something. Because if he died, we would be very upset. But we'd like to know something happens to him. This may sound stupid, but I lost a cat once. Never found the cat. I kept looking. Well, it would have been good to have some resolution on that. And it's even worse with people because these security people are there when we need them, and we're friends with them, and they're so much more assuring to have someone helping you that you know. So I would say if you ever gave a shining star to a department, which I have written about before, security would be a department that should get one, and general services and so forth. So, or certain parts of general services that you really come into. It's a thought. Thank you.
Caller, for your question. Chandra?
Thank you. Well, it is difficult to, when people move on, to keep a list and send it out to all the residents on all opportunities.
Right.
We've got close to 1,500 employees, full-time, part-time, and PRN or as needed. So
Right.
that is a challenge. I think what we do is when it's a position that has multiple touch points,
Right.
Managers, directors, we do some sort of communication.
Right.
It is really a case-by-case situation. So, but it is something that we can look at. Is there a way to maybe in the Flash or in the Villager?
Oh,
But we
I'm
can
just-
take a look at the situation. Unfortunately, sometimes, I'm not talking about this situation, but in some situations, it may be that someone has left or is left not on their own
Terms.
accord. So it's a little more difficult to get into trying to explain situations.
Right.
So it's something that we can look at.
And it may be as simple as
put
putting something in saying no longer employed here.
Right.
Something along those lines. Because I know the privacy issue is one of, you can't
Exactly.
reveal why somebody left, or
Exactly.
especially if someone left not on their accord in regards to it. So,
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
But,
So
something you're going to look at, right?
we'll look at it. Yes.
All right. Very good. Very good. Folks, again, give us some calls. We've had 2 calls so far. Let's get a couple of more here. 703-663-3333. Your opportunity to ask Chandra that question you've been wanting to ask and you haven't taken the time to do it. Now's the time. 703-663-3333. Yes, Chandra.
So we just had that Crab Fest
Fest.
that everyone got to see the pictures
Yes.
of, and it was a really great opportunity to get our residents from Garden Ridge out. We had multiple family visitors coming, and as you can see, the team did a wonderful job of getting, out there, helping to pick crabs, because that really is an art form, I
That
have
it
to
is.
tell
That
you.
it is.
I end up having it all over me when I eat crabs, so it was
It
nice
tastes
to
better
see
that way.
It does. You're wearing it and you're eating it at the same time. But it was just such a nice team effort
Yes.
between Garden Ridge staff, dining team, and all of the other support groups that are there that help out. You'll see, the directors of nursing are there.
Yeah.
The residents are having a blast with,
Right.
being able to have a cold beer on a warm day. And then we also had a company that, had cupcakes that we had for
Okay.
the residents. So it takes a lot of effort, and Renee Budd and her programming
Yes.
team do a wonderful job. So, just kudos to them for
Yes.
putting that together.
And folks, if you look on your screen, you'll see, again, some shots from the Crab Fest over at Garden Ridge. And it certainly looked like everybody had a great time. And a lot of watermelon and crab and all the trimmings that go along with it. And people just enjoyed themselves in regards to that. And are we going to be doing that, Chandra, on an annual basis?
We have, this is our second year that I've
Okay.
had the opportunity to attend it. The last year we had it indoors, but we had such a great number of people that wanted to attend that we moved it to the outside.
Okay.
And the weather was 100%.
Thank goodness.
Yes, no rain, but they did have the tents. And just to see the smiles on the residents' faces, to be able to get out, get the sunshine,
Certainly.
have some fun. And just to hammer away at the crabs. So it was good. It was really good.
Other things, that, are we having an increased number of outside activities? I mean, you just mentioned the Crab Fest being outside. Is there a move to try to increase more outside activities?
I think, once this courtyard gets, if you're talking about Garden Ridge, once the courtyard is finished, that'll give us more opportunity to do
Okay.
outside events. We do try on a regular basis to have different types of events. Last year, for example, we had the Easter egg hunt. So it's a
Right.
little bit chilly.
Which is, yes. Oh, that's right.
But
Chili, yes.
the residents got to come out. It really right now with all the construction, there's limited ability to come out and do outside activities.
Right.
But then the staff does takes the residents out on bus trips. They've gone to recently they went gambling over at the new casino in across
MGM?
the river.
Yes.
Yes, the MGM. And so, they're always looking for outing opportunities. But I'm super excited when that courtyard is done.
Yes.
Because I know some people have said, well, why is there so much concrete there?
Right.
What it does is it creates a smoother transition for people with rollators walkers and wheelchairs. Before we had tile and
Right.
grooves, and so those are trip hazards.
Exactly.
So this is more a smoother surface, so that people can go out and enjoy themselves and not worry about getting caught up in any of the tiles. I mean, it looks pretty, but
Right.
you have to still have safety in mind.
Do we have a target date for when that courtyard will be completed?
Actually, I do not at this point. We can get back on the next call and give you.
Okay.
We'll be actually in our Coffee with Exec
Oh.
meeting. George will have some more of the timelines of when there's completions for the different parts.
Okay.
I know right now we've just finished Rose Court 4. We're anticipating the furniture coming in the middle of this month. Rose Court 3 has already started, and on Rose Court 2. So, you can already see the difference in how nice the finished spaces are.
Right.
So,
Really look nice.
yes,
Really look nice.
really nice.
Folks, speaking of nice, give us a nice phone call here, 703-663-3333. Ask Chandra that question you've been wanting to ask her. Again, 703-663-3333. Look forward to your call. Other things that are going on campus, other issues or anything?
So right now we've extended the resident satisfaction survey. So the 13th, it has been extended to the 13th. So
Okay.
please, we're asking
So
everyone.
an extra week.
Yes.
Okay.
And then it's the 15th for people that would like to complete it online.
Okay.
We really want to hear from our residents. I mean, this is an opportunity to talk about all of the, their experiences, their
Right.
personal experiences here at Green Spring. Really looking at it at, how has my stay been here for 365 days of the year?
Right. Right.
And I know that I hear as I walk around, I hear, we could do better at this. But I also hear a lot of, we're doing a really good job in,
right.
Different areas. So just hearing, we want to hear where we need to continue to work on. We also want to hear where we're doing well, so we don't mess that up by any
Yes,
chance.
right.
But just really getting people's feedback. And it's interesting because so many people have said they filled it out, and I think we're about 68% right
Okay,
now.
okay.
Really like to get more people come out and please
Right,
fill it out.
right.
Just take a few minutes.
Yeah.
Lots of space to write comments, at the end. And that's, I go through the comments. Last year, every year.
Had a pretty good stack last year.
Yeah, every year you get a pretty good stack, which
Right.
is good because it gives you exactly what the person's thinking.
I think the residents need to know, though, with those comments, nobody's identified.
No.
In regards to that. And I think sometimes people worry about, well, if I write a comment, am I going to be identified in regards to it? And nobody's identified with it.
No, and I have to tell you, I said, my residents come up to me and tell me the same comments that I've heard in the survey.
Right.
But there is no repercussion for that. I mean, you're a resident, you're the customer.
Right.
We're here to serve you, so
Okay.
there should be no repercussions at all. But again, thank you for mentioning that. It is anonymous.
Right.
We just want to know, how things are going, and then we want to get participation.
Yeah, right.
So.
It's important.
It is. I mean, you think about the housekeeper that's going around picking up trash early in the morning. You think about John, who's at the front desk.
Right.
These are all people, all of us are in this. I mean, we try our best. Do we have it? Is it perfect? No, it's work in progress. But what it is it's an opportunity for the residents to say, this is how I feel about my stay here at Green Spring.
Exactly.
Last year, we had about 91.6%. People would recommend Green Spring.
Of those who responded.
Yes, of those
Okay.
that responded, as a place that they would recommend to their
Right.
loved one or a friend.
Right.
So to me, that means a lot. Again, is that there are areas that we need to do better on? Absolutely.
Yeah, and last year, we had a response rate around 74, somewhere in that
That's
area,
right, yes.
in regards to it. So need to push up the response
It
rate.
does, exactly. We have to beat last year's
Yeah, of
number.
course,
Absolutely.
of course.
Absolutely.
And folks, those of you who are relatively new here realize this is the simplest form that we've had for a survey in 10 years that I've been filling them out. So it's shorter than any of the ones in the past, and it literally takes you just a short period of time to do it and write a couple of comments, ever how many comments you want to write. And you can add extra pages.
You can.
If
Absolutely.
there's things you want to write more of. So
Absolutely.
Okay.
So we also had this month, we had actually in September, I got to go to the Fairfax County Board of Supervisors meeting because the Grand Involve was honored. And so Green Spring residents that participate
Right.
and go to Crestwood Elementary were there, and so it was really nice. You were talking about the things that excite you.
Right, exactly.
This was exciting for me to be able to be there with the residents that have such impact on the next generation. And so, being there to get to see how they received a plaque from the Board of Supervisors. So that was just another wonderful opportunity to give back, that Green Spring gives back to the community.
And you mentioned the Board of Supervisors, and there's a thing coming up on the 17th of
Yes,
October
there is a 17th.
with the Board of Supervisors in regards to?
So the 17th is coming up for the Braddock Road project.
Okay.
It is Erickson is looking at a new community, and so the 17th is an opportunity for people to come out. They live in Fairfax County.
To comment on it one way or the other.
Right, exactly. And so, I've had residents say to me, "So, what's going to happen to all of our staff?" And I'm saying, well, it's taken me 6 months to get the permit on a half bath in one of our apartments. So, a project like this, you're looking 5 to 10 years out. And it creates great synergies amongst communities when they're next to each other. Growth opportunities for people that have come up the ranks and are looking for the next position. But again, it's like, you're looking 5 years before they even put a shovel in the ground at the rate that things move.
A question I've heard many people ask, what's it going to do to our resale on our apartments here if someone moves? The other question I've heard is, has Erickson Living already purchased the property, or is this just a lead-in to purchase, or where do we stand?
To be honest with you, I don't have all the details of that property in the sense of the purchase or the lead-in part of it, and I would rather not speak unless I have the exact details. So that's something that we will continue to share the more we know. There is a website that you can go to look up. If you put in Braddock Road, Erickson, it'll pull it up. In reference to values, I mean, I looked at, when you look at Erickson, when we had Charlestown, then we had Oakcrest, and then Riderwood came along, Oakcrest is still running about 97, 98% occupancy. So it doesn't have, a negative impact in that sense. We're looking at the population doubling, in the next 20 years of seniors. So there is a captive audience in the sense of the need. And it is our responsibility to make sure that we meet those needs.
And so people need to go 17th of October, speak up one way or the other, ask their questions.
Sure.
Learn more about it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, folks, we have run out of time this morning for questions in regards to it, but we greatly, greatly appreciate you being here, Chandra, answering those questions.